Hello everyone, my name is Ethan Cortez and I'm a services specialist here at SF State. And in this video I'll be walking you through the custom GPT feature available to all SFSU faculty, staff, and students through ChatGPT. We'll explore what custom GPTs are, how to navigate the GPT interface, how to create your own custom GPT, and a few example use cases to help spark ideas for how you might use this feature yourself. Before we jump into the interface, let's briefly go over what custom GPTs are and why you might choose to use one instead of a well-structured prompt. Custom GPTs are personalized versions of ChatGPT that you can create without requiring any coding. You can set specific instructions, upload documents or links as custom knowledge, and enable or disable tools like web browsing or image generation. You can think of a custom GPT as an AI assistant tailored to a specific role, tone, or purpose, whether it's for teaching, administrative tasks, research, or creative work. So when should you use a custom GPT instead of entering a well-written prompt? Well, prompts are great for one-off tasks when you need flexibility on the fly. However, custom GPTs are ideal for when you need consistent behavior, tone, or specialized knowledge across multiple sessions. For example, a professor who regularly answers student questions about a specific course could create a GPT trained on the course syllabus, assignment dates, and FAQs. That way, the assistant gives accurate, course-specific answers without having to retype the same context over and over. That said, if your tasks or needs are consistently changing, sticking with a strong and well-written prompt might be more efficient. In order to get started and interact with the custom GPT interface, you'll need to log into ChatGPT using your SF State ID and password. Once signed in, select the Open Sidebar option on the top left if it isn't already visible. Then select the four dots icon near the top of the sidebar to access the GPTs section. This is the GPTs homepage. Here you can browse custom GPTs created by the ChatGPT team and GPTs created by other SF State community members. You can use the search bar to search for specific custom GPTs. Also make note that while you're signed into the SF State instance of ChatGPT, you won't be able to access public GPTs created outside the university. These are labeled as third-party and appear grayed out. Below the search bar, you'll find the Shared With Me section, which contains GPTs that other SF State users have shared with you. You'll also find the Popular at ChatGPT at SFSU section, which contains the most used GPTs within our campus community. To begin creating your own custom GPT, select the Create icon located on the top right side of your screen. This is the Custom GPT editor. Here you can configure, refine, and publish your GPT. You'll have two options to start configuring your GPT. You can use the Configure tab if you already know your instructions, tone, and tools, or you can use the Create tab, where you describe your GPT conversationally and ChatGPT will help build it with you. In this video, I'll be creating a Vacation Assistant GPT, and because I don't have any specific instructions in mind, I'll be using the Create tab to build it. To start the creation process of my custom GPT, I've created a prompt that will begin the conversation with ChatGPT. Now that I've sent my initial prompt to ChatGPT, it will continue to guide the creation process by asking me questions and inquiring for more details. I've decided to name my custom GPT Vacation Planner. ChatGPT then went ahead and tried to create a profile picture for it. Unfortunately, it's not very good. We have spelling that's incorrect and numbers that aren't in sequential order, so I'll go ahead and have it try again. As you could see, because I didn't specify to change the calendar or the spelling, we have those same errors appear in this second generation. What I'm going to do this time is be more specific and intentional with my prompt. Here we're just going to ask for the profile picture to be a cartoon gator at the beach. Remember that added specifics and context can only support you. This profile picture looks great, so we'll go ahead and move on. Now that the basic framework of our custom GPT is created, it's time to give added context. In this case, I'm not a big fan of cold weather, so I'll make sure that the custom GPT knows to avoid places and locations like that. We're now being prompted to select a tone for our custom GPT. For a vacation planner, I feel like a funny tone is going to be appropriate, so we'll stick with that. We've now successfully inputted the bare minimum amount of information for a custom GPT. We can add more context, more information, and even include documents that might have added context if we'd like, but for right now, let's give this a preview. You can go to the right side of your screen, that's the Preview tab, and you can start testing out your custom GPT. This could involve asking it some basic questions and seeing what else needs to be amended. After reviewing the initial output from the Vacation Planner GPT, I've found a few areas for improvement. Ideally, the Vacation GPT would provide links to websites or resources that would help provide extra information about these locations that the GPT is recommending. In order to make these changes, I'm going to navigate to the Configure tab and input my specific instructions. To help increase the quality of the outputs of this GPT, I've included the instruction that states always include links to resources that detail vacation locations, provide links to hotels and tours with estimated costs listed out. I've also added a note that states that the departure city will always be San Francisco. This added context will avoid it asking additional questions at the beginning of every prompt. Now that I've made a few iterations and changes and added those specifics to the instructions section, I'm ready to add some knowledge. Knowledge is where you can upload specific context that the GPT otherwise wouldn't have access to. In this case, I've created a document called Vacation Information that has added context that I can give the GPT. Once you're ready to input and upload knowledge, select the Open button to begin the upload process. Now, with both my updates to both the knowledge and instruction sections, I'm ready to preview my GPT once again. By uploading the knowledge and making the other changes, we've gotten our GPT to a point where it no longer is needing to ask us those precursor questions, and we're able to get to an output that is much more closely aligned to what we're looking for. Before I get ready to publish my GPT, I'm going to make some final tweaks and adjustments. Note the Conversation Starters section. Here you can tailor specific questions that will be available to you anytime you're beginning an interaction with the GPT. The conversation starter that I chose to implement here states, "What does this GPT do?" The reason that I chose this conversation starter is because if I ever choose to share this GPT, that starter will be super helpful to anyone that's then accessing it. Once you're satisfied with the state of your GPT, you can get ready to publish and create it. In order to do so, navigate to the top right side of your screen and click the Create button. This pop-up window is where you can manage access to your GPT. You have 3 options for access: invite only. You can select the anyone at ChatGPT at SFSU with the link in the event that you want to share your custom GPT with someone within our campus community. And if you'd like to publish the GPT more broadly to the campus community without requiring a shared link, select the ChatGPT at SFSU option. Because this Vacation GPT is meant for my eyes only, I'm going to leave it on invite only and publish it. Once you're satisfied with your access selection, click Update in order to publish your GPT. Select the View GPT icon in order to start interacting with your newly created custom GPT. You'll now see your custom GPT appear on the left side of your screen under the GPTs section in the sidebar. If you don't see it or you'd like to access it once again, click into the GPTs section, navigate to My GPTs on the top right side of your screen. From here you can either select the pen icon in the event that you want to edit your GPT further, or you can click into it if you'd like to begin conversating with it. Thanks for watching, and for more information about ChatGPT and other AI tools available at SF State, visit our website at ai.sfsu.edu. And I encourage you to check out the AI Literacy Education program, where we have more instructional content about AI available. We're here to support your teaching, learning, and productivity with responsible AI use.